Hello and welcome to this week's Speedrun. This week in gaming, I got back to school, Dr. Disrespect creates a game studio, and people keep hyping up PT Part 2. Let's jump in. So yes, things have been weird since school is actually happening in person this year, so I apologize for the very late and brief speedrun, but I'll do my best to get next week's speedrun done on time. Back to the gaming. Swiper. Thanks, Swiper. Fantasian Part 2, an Apple Arcade RPG from the Final Fantasy creator Hironobu Sakaguchi, came out last week. If you are anything like me, then you probably didn't know that the Apple Arcade could have full-length games like Fantasian. I know I didn't. However, after doing some brief research, I found that there was a huge array of games from indie to classic mobile games and even a few AAA games. Interestingly enough, Fantasian is an Apple Arcade exclusive, which is a little strange for such a huge creator. What makes this even more unfortunate is that the amount of work to make this game is unreal. They made real-world dioramas to give the environments a toy model or miniature feeling. The work that they've done is gorgeous, and I hope that Fantasian comes to other platforms. ID at Xbox happened last week, and here are my top 3 games from the presentation. Origami 2 is coming to Game Pass upon release on September 17th, and I'm ready to get my hands on it. It looks like an old-school Assassin's Creed game meets Ninja Gaiden, which isn't a style I see very often, so I'm glad to see a resurgence. The combat looks to have a personal feel, with the camera focusing on you and your target, so I'm curious to see how it plays. Lab Rat, which will be coming to Xbox Series X and S and PC in 2022, is a puzzle game definitely influenced by Portal 2, which guaranteed my interest. In this game, you're going to be doing top-down puzzles with lasers that grow with complexity as you progress. RPG Time: The Legend of Wright just looks absolutely, painstakingly incredible, with a lot of hand-drawn animation and pop-up art, which really nails the imagery of a child's imagination coming to life. This game will be coming out this winter on Xbox, so keep an eye out. Inked: A Tale of Love is another incredible looking game using 3D models with shading that gives it a hand-drawn 2D aesthetic. I immediately thought of Okami when seeing the environments in the trailer and can't wait to see more. Nintendo Indie World happened last week, and my top 3 kicks off with Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, which looks so freaking cool. It reminds me of the character models from the original Fusion Frenzy game in high definition and with a more modern clothing fashion. I've never had the opportunity to play any of the Jet Set Radio games, but the JSR community has been getting me hyped up for this one. It will release on Switch sometime in 2022. Eastward, which comes out September 16th, is a charming adventure RPG with dungeons and puzzle-solving mechanics, and I am very engrossed by it. I had to pull out the thesaurus for that one. I really love the art direction, and the inclusion of 3D lighting on the 2D backgrounds was just genius. This game is going right next to Replaced on my beautiful games wall for the year. And we got to see another trailer for the super adorable Garden Story, which is out now on PC and Switch. It already has some good reviews, with multiple people saying it's a nice game to play while relaxing. Dr. Disrespect is making a video game studio. According to comicbook.com, Dr. Disrespect has given hints towards creating a vertical battle royale game in the past. What's really interesting, however, is the fact that he previously worked as a level designer on Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, so he might actually know enough to get the studio up off the ground. In anniversary news, our favorite pink blob is turning 30 this year, and it looks like Nintendo has something in store. The Gamer reported that fans noticed the Kirby website was being updated, but the 20th anniversary graphics before the webpage was unpublished. Glad to see someone's birthdays being celebrated. And now onto some rumors. The PT fans have put their detective goggles on again, with the hopes of confirming literally anything coming from Kojima. I have to say though, there are way too many coincidences happening to ignore. The Game Awards Twitter account posted about the 7th anniversary of PT, which was posted the same day as Kojima's tweet, which featured a familiar looking bunny. But Blue Box, the developers of Abandon, has said that neither Kojima nor Konami are involved in this project, so now the studio is experiencing an immense amount of pressure, especially after Abandon's preview not going well, because fans are desperately trying to cling to something that likely isn't there. Now time for some funny news. Grand Blue Fantasy released a crazy ad for a campaign that no one seems to understand. The text is written in Japanese, so I tried to use my very limited Duolingo skills and came up with nothing, which is pretty normal, but I did notice a word or phrase I've never heard or seen before, moe raru. So I asked a friend who speaks Japanese what it says, and it turned out he didn't know either. So with a little research, he found that literally no one knows what Grand Blue is trying to say here. So the campaign was somewhat of a success. It got people talking, we just don't know what we're talking about. And to end things with the games coming soon, starting with Xbox has a pretty interesting selection coming to Game Pass this month, with 12 Minutes at the top of my list for the weekend. Psychonauts 2 launches on August 25th on Game Pass, and Recompile will be coming to Game Pass and PS5 on August 19th. In this game, you'll play as a, quote, sentient virus trying to escape deletion whilst infiltrating the sprawling 3D virtual world of the mainframe, end quote. Recompile's approach to hacking combat is pretty intriguing by allowing players to act as the virus wreaking havoc, so get ready to hack the mainframe on August 19th. And to end things with PlayStation, Young Souls is a 2D beat-em-up where you'll be fighting through dungeons to reach the Guardian bosses and hopefully defeat them. I like the art direction of the game, but I especially love the 2D player option since PlayStation is known for its single-player adventures. Interestingly enough, after researching Windjammers for last week's speedrun, it turns out that the Windjammers 2 open beta has been going on and will close August 22nd. I really want to try this out because it looks super fun. It reminds me of Lethal League, which I just so happened to discover after my brother picked up the game again. Weird. So, how was this week in gaming? What news did you hear that I missed, and what games have you been playing recently? I just got done playing Resident Evil 8 on stream and will be posting the finale on the channel sometime this week, hopefully. I actually had a lot of fun with the end of the game and they did some really great things to vary up the gameplay. Well, that's it for me. I'll see you all in the next week of gaming.